Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to see about a very most used out topic and very most set out topic, that is data science. Today we'll be seeing out that what is data science, what are the skills what needed for a data scientist, what are the job roles, what are the career options, what are the paths which you can follow, how data science actually works out, what are the companies that use data science, and all those things we are going to discuss out in today's video. Right, so without wasting time, let's get started here. Okay, so right here we are having out a definition for the data science. Let me just first of all read out this definition and explain it. After that, I would even be giving you a very simple and a very easy definition for the data science. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so what is data science? It is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from structured and unstructured data and apply knowledge and actionable insights from data across a broad range of application domains. Data science is totally dealing with the data, right? This thing you must be knowing till now, that what is data science. It is totally dealing out with the data. Now how we just deal out with the data, what are the processes that we use, what are the method that we use. So we basically use out some scientific methods, we use out some algorithms to extract out the knowledge, and basically that knowledge is we extract out that knowledge from the structured and the unstructured data. It basically works on both types of data. Either you are having a structured data or you are having an unstructured data. Okay, and it apply the knowledge and actionable insights from data across a broad range of application domains. So data science is a domain of study that deals with the vast volumes of data, using modern tools and techniques to find unseen patterns, derive meaningful information, and make business decisions. So data science is totally a study, okay, that deals with the large of lots of data actually. That is absolutely the clear thing. Now, basically we use out some modern tools and techniques. Okay, with the help of the data science only, we just use out some modern tools and techniques. Now, what are that actually used for? So that modern tools and techniques are actually used to find out some unseen patterns, derive some meaningful information, make some business decisions. These are all the things why we just use data science, why we just actually data scientists are now nowadays mostly preferred into the tech companies, right? Why are they preferred? So as they can just derive out some meaningful information from that data, that basically helps you to make out the correct business decisions, that basically help you to give out a growth to your company, right? So that is the use of the data science in the field of tech companies, if I say about. Okay, hope you just got the idea. I will just highlight all the important parts. So it's an interdisciplinary field that uses the what it uses scientific methods, processes, and algorithms and systems to extract knowledge and insights from structured and unstructured data. Fine. And data science is a domain of study that deals with a vast volume of data, using model tools and techniques to find, what does it actually helps us to find? Unseen patterns, derive meaningful information, and basically make the business decisions. Okay, now basically when the data is actually studied upon and when you just apply out some techniques and tools, so from that you can just find out, oh, that okay, what is this thing, how the growth of company go above, how the growth of company came down. All these things you can actually make out with the help of data science, and when you just apply out that thing, so in that you will be actually beneficial in making out the business decisions, that now what next to do, what now next not to do, what things to imply, what not to imply. All those things actually will be getting out the idea of, right? So hope you just got the idea regarding this particular thing. Okay, now let's see what are the skills for data science. But before that, let me just go on to that particular circle which you're making out. Now here I will be just introducing you to the data science field. That's where does that data science field actually comes out. I would just take out a color, let's say, and the pen I would take out. Okay, and from here I'll be taking out a rectangular. Okay, so what is actually data science? So data science basically involves artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, all these into it. And this square which I had made out, this is actually the field of my data science. Okay, let me just remove that sign. Let me write it out clear. So data, and here we go with the science. Now, the study of data science, the data science techniques actually includes deep learning field, it includes some artificial intelligence, and even it includes the machine learning. Combination of all of these are used actually into the field of data science. So this was first of all my artificial intelligence, then we introduced machine learning, then we introduced the deep learning. And combination of all of these and the include of all the topics, sorry, include of all the ways, the methods, the algorithms is actually used in the data science. Hope you just got that particular idea, right? Okay, we had discussed about the data science. Now let's see that what are the skills for the data science. Now this is the most asked topic. That okay, what should I apply? What should I see here? What should I apply actually? And what skills I should be needing for the data science field? So here are the list for all of those. Fine, let's begin up with the coding skills. Okay. So coding skills, you need the coding skill of Python or R, that you can choose upon yourself, whatever you're just willing to go ahead with. Fine, after coding skills, we have maths and maths and statistics. Most of you have actually learned and even listened about as well that statistics actually play a very important role into the field of data science. And yes, that is absolutely true. Statistical tools, the what are the statistical summary you are having, that actually helps you to get out good knowledge of the data which you are actually having. If you're having numerical data, so in that case the statistical tools actually help you to go ahead and find out the correct options, correct opinions for your business, right? So this is why statistics is actually used out. After that, let's not go into this thing for now, that are the soft skills. First, let's talk about the technical. After that, you have data wrangling and pre-processing. This is basically the cleaning and all the things which are actually applied onto the data. These are all the things which we apply out here. Okay, data cleaning and filling up the null values, removing out the extra rows, removing the extra columns. These are all the things which goes in the data wrangling and the pre-processing. After that, we have the data visualization skills. This is actually visualizing out the data with the help of some graphs, some charts. So in that, basically, we have some libraries. That libraries are actually Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly. Other than that, we have some dashboard tools that are Tableau or Power BI, which you can go ahead with for the data visualization skills, right? After that, we have the machine learning skills. So as I told, that machine learning is as well used in data science field. So whatever the machine learning algorithms you are having, you need to learn out all of those algorithms so as to apply them onto the data which you are actually having and get out a proper output and basically make out the correct decisions for your particular data which you are having. Okay, and after that you must have the real world project skills. That is, you must be able to work onto the real world project. Okay, which actually comes. These were the some technical skills which I have introduced you. When we talk about the soft skills, so even this is one more very true thing actually, which is which everyone tells, and I'm just gonna again tell you that technical skills are the things which are actually needed, but other than the technical skills, soft skills are the most important thing into the field of data science. Till the time you are not having good communication skills, you cannot be a good data scientist. And right now the companies that are looking for, they are looking for the technical skills. They take your interviews in technical skills, but other than that they pay a more attention towards your softer skills, towards your communication skills, like how you communicate, right? So make sure to have these good communication skills if you are going to go into the field of data science. Okay, so you should have ethical skills, you should have ethics in you. Team player skills, you should have team player skills, that let's say you are having you are a team member, so how to just put out the skills, and a team player skill you should actually have here. And even lifelong learner skill, that basically every day you must be introduced to some new thing and you must be actually ready for learning out new things in each and every day. That is called lifelong learning skill that you should have. And communication skills are the very important aspect in which you need to have for going into the field of data science. Communication skills. Now, in communication skills, it's basically we have one thing, that is the storytelling procedure. That is, storytelling is the most important thing into the field of data science when we talk about the softer skills. So that thing you should have a good to command over, and a good storytelling skill, a good communication skill, right? So these were some technical and the soft skills which you should have for going into the field of data science, right? Now let's see about the career learning path. Okay, how to learn about this data science. Fine, so let me just zoom in out here so that I could just show you the things in a very clear way. Fine. So first of all, you should be having, you should be dealing with the mathematics. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second. Let me remove this. Um. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I would just come on to the other place right here, and yeah, this was the place, right? And let me quickly take out a highlighter from here. Fine. This is about the mathematics. Okay, in the mathematics, as I mentioned earlier as well, again I'm repeating, in mathematics we have statistics, probability and calculus. Very first step for you. Okay. After that mathematics, the second step that you should be moving ahead with is database knowledge. Okay, database knowledge, Oracle, MySQL. Oracle or MySQL, whatever you are just like familiar with, you can just go with any of the database knowledges for you. So having a sound database knowledge to deal with the structured data is stored in the RDBMS. Now why is that database knowledge used for? So let's say you're having a structured data that is stored in the RDBMS, right? So to extract that data, so to basically have a knowledge of that data, deal with that particular data, you should have the knowledge of Oracle or the MySQL. Okay, fine. After learning this database knowledge, we'll be moving towards the programming language, any one of the programming language. Now you can just replace out the first step with the third step. You can first of all go with the programming language, then you can come with the mathematical tools. Okay. So to understand and get hands-on experience in programming language to implement various algorithms. Now why out this programming language is used? Because there no one is going to come and say to you to make out a function. Okay, no one is going to come and say to you this thing. But why is that used? So whatever the algorithms you will be applying out, in that algorithms, the programming language would be used. Okay, so in that case, you just need to learn out the programming language. Options are Python, R, or SAS. Python or R, instead of this, you can just learn any of these. Fine. After comes that the process of data engineering, that is data pre-processing, data wrangling and the SQL. Right, so master data engineering skills to clean and process a massive amount of data to avoid the missing values. As I mentioned about the data pre-processing and wrangling in the previous topic as well. So after learning at the Python, after learning at the programming language, you should have the knowledge of and go for the data engineering. That is basically the data pre-processing and wrangling. Now why is that used for? So basically the data you will be getting out, that would need a lot of cleaning. Lot of cleaning means to remove out the missing values, to to fill up the null values. This is how we just clean out the data, right? Because if we're just gonna not do that, it will not give you the correct results because you'll be having some empty spaces. So all the columns and the rows should be filled up. That is why we just do out the data pre-processing and wrangling. So that comes in the data engineering part. Okay. After that, as it was mentioned that you must have the knowledge of algorithms of machine learning. So that comes here. For the machine learning, you have supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement learning. And what are these three? We had already discussed in very much detail in the machine learning part, right? We had already seen out that particular thing. After the machine learning, you should have a little bit of knowledge regarding the deep learning as well. Okay, just 1 second. Hold on. And let me just come above this place, right? Here comes about the deep learning. So you should have the knowledge of deep learning. As I mentioned that data science totally deals with the deep learning, machine learning and AI. Some knowledge you must have about all of these things, right? So deep learning comes here. In deep learning, what you should have? TensorFlow, artificial neural network, deep belief network, generative adverse network. Okay, so get a thorough understanding of deep learning as its algorithm to work with vast volumes of unstructured data. Now why we just need, used to need out this deep learning? Because let's say you are having a lot of volumes of unstructured data, so that in that case you can apply the deep learning algorithms and work with that vast volume of unstructured data. Okay, this is the use of deep learning into the field of data science. After that, this big data is basically Hadoop or Spark. These are the two technologies. Either one you can just choose out to get an added advantage by learning Hadoop or Spark to easily store, process and manipulate the data. So this is actually one advantage if you just want to go out for an advantages as well. So basically some of you must be learning about some normal fields, and some of you must be thinking about that how can I add advantage so that I should be preferred first other than any other person who has come for the field of data science, right? So this is one advantage which you can add here, which is like learning Hadoop or Spark. Why are they actually useful? So as to they can actually help us to store, process or to manipulate data, right? That is why basically they can be used out here. After that, let me just come here above a little bit. After that comes the very last step, that is basically the data visualization. Let me just 1 second, let me show you that particular thing. going above, write this particular place, data visualization. So as I mentioned, data visualization, in that you can just take out any of the tools, Tableau or the Power BI as well works. Here it is written Qlik view, but yeah, Power BI works actually. So mastering different data visualization tools to build interactive plots and dashboards to derive business insight. So as to like get out the knowledge for the data into the field of interactive plots and making different dashboards so that you can derive the good business insights. In that case, this particular data visualization tool is used, right? So you can just go with that. And yeah, finally you have reached out the step for being a good data scientist. This is the last step where you can say that yeah, now you are totally ready for the field of the data science. Let me just zoom out a little bit and give you a quick revision regarding all of these fields which I had told about, right? First one was the mathematics, second database knowledge, programming. Then we were having machine learning, after that data engineering. Then we had big data, deep learning, and after that we had, okay, after machine learning we had deep learning, then big data, then data visualization, and at last we were having the data scientist. Hope you just got out the idea to map to your future if you're just going to go into the field of the data science. Okay, let's see about that. What's the procedure for the data, how the data science process actually works. Okay, first of all you must have, okay, it's not the case that you get out the data and you start working on that, right? It's not the case. You must have some question into your mind that you will be going to this data and resolving out the answer of that particular question. It's not that you got out some data and started making the plots and started cleaning the data. That is of no use, right? Till the time you are not having any particular motive or particular idea regarding that particular data, you cannot go ahead with the things. So this is why the first procedure is ask an interesting question. So ask a question to frame out a business problem that will be solving throughout that particular data and coming to the final answer of that data. This is the very first procedure how that data science process actually works. Fine, asking an interesting question so as to go ahead with the things. Second is get out the data. So that is get relevant data for the analysis based upon the question which you have thought out. After that you have explore the data. So do exploration of the data to remove the, basically remove the things, remove the different like things which come in between, right? After model the data, means to fit and validate model based on the data set. This model data is a field which comes under the machine learning part and the deep learning. Okay, I would just write that thing as well, ML/DL, right? And at last the communicate the results, that is communicating the results in a way that other people can actually understand. And this is where you just will need out the skill of the, and actually good communication skill, that is a good softer skill is softer skills. As I mentioned in the procedure when I just told you that what are the skills, there I gave like a little bit of time regarding soft skills, explain you why you need it. So this is the place where you would be needing out that communication skill to communicate the result in a way that other people can understand. Now it's not the case that if you are a data scientist then you need to explain the final output and the final things to a data scientist only. No, it's not the case, right? You need to explain it to any person. Let's say you are having a person that is not having the field of this particular, any idea of this particular field, then how to communicate the results in such a way that that person can understand is what comes in the communication skills for the data science field. Fine. So this is the whole procedure, and as soon as we have communicated the result, again go above, that is ask the interesting question, then get the data, explore the data, model the data, and then communicate the final results. Now, what's the application for the data science? So yeah, you can just find out the data science at any field. Image recognition, speech recognition, internet sales, digital advertisements, recommended systems, price comparison websites, gaming, delivery logistics, fraud and risk detection. Any place you can just find out the data science field actually. And most of these things actually you had already heard out. You had already heard out image recognition, right? Speech recognition you have already done. Internet search, digital advertisement, recommended system, price comparison websites, gaming, delivery logistics, and fraud and risk detection. These are all the fields which you had even heard out the name of, right? So these are some of the applications. These are not all the applications, only some of the applications which I am telling you regarding the data science. Now, what's the careers? These are some careers which you can go after data science, and that is machine learning engineer. You can go for business and intelligence analyst. You can go for data warehouse architect. You can go for business analyst, system analyst, and statistician. You can go for the role of a data scientist as well. So data scientist, I would just write that, right? So these are some of the career options which you can go after the field of data science. And at last, What are the companies that are using data science? So top companies, all the top companies are actually using Spotify, Netflix, Amazon, American Express, Facebook, Starbucks, whatever company you take. Most of the top companies, like almost all the top companies, are actually using the data science into their companies. Now, why are they using for? To make out the business more interesting, to get out some good insights and all those things that I mentioned out here, that they help us to find out the unseen patterns, derive meaningful information, and make business decisions. Right, so hope you have even got a clear idea regarding the data science, that what is data science, what are the skills you would be needing, what is the career path that you should actually follow, what is actually the learning path which you should follow, what's the procedure of the data, what are the applications, what are the carriers, and at last what are the companies that are using this data science field. Right now, hope you are very much clear with all the four buzzwords which are trending nowadays. The first one was AI, second was machine learning, third was deep learning, and fourth was the data science. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.